Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Don't Argue Here. You're here with me. Welcome. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it very much. All that good stuff there. You're here now with another episode of 5 Points to Argue. This is the second episode too, so I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be dissecting 5 points as well, giving my opinion on them, and then going from there. I'm also thinking of naming this channel Don't Argue Podcast, perhaps. We'll have to see how we go there, but tell me your thoughts there. The Don't Argue podcast as opposed to Don't Argue. We'll see how we go. Anyway, we're going to first bit of news. Hawthorn Collingwood Carlton. How good are they performing right now? Particularly with the teams like Hawthorn and Collingwood. I think people had Carlton, there or thereabouts. Some had them in the 8. Some people had them just missing the 8. Whereas now look at all 3 of those teams. They're in the top 5, they're absolutely killing it, and it's good to see. Now, in particular with Hawthorn and Collingwood, as I touched on before, those teams were touted to be in the bottom 4, right? And here they are pushing up and looking strong, and it's funny, ironically, all 3 teams have 3 new coaches, right? They've all got new coaches, and they're just playing so well. I am left sort of just quizzical a bit anyway, as to why they're performing so well, yet not at the same time. But in saying that, from a pure footy fan's perspective, those 3 teams doing well, it's a good thing for footy. So I can't complain there. But how good is it, though, to see the Hawks do well, Collingwood and Carlton? What are your thoughts on them so far? I think they've been so good with the ball in hand. They've just been gritty, especially the Collingwood, their win, and Hawks as well. And even even Carlton's win over the Bulldogs, a game where I think a lot of people tipped the Bulldogs to win. Carlton, lo and behold, they were there, the team in blue, the Blue Baggers. And Hawks as well, again, against a very determined and obviously inspired Port Adelaide team, but basically putting them to the knife early on. Insane. And Collingwood as well, just making easy work of the Crows. Oh, I'll tell you what, man. This year, we all thought it's going to be Melbourne making inroads, but this competition just might be more open than we think. For us fans, who don't, I guess, yeah, for footy fans in general, just how good is it? Give me your thoughts. Anyway, point number 2, Buddy Franklin hunt his 1,000th goal, as we all witnessed against the Cats. Buddy Franklin in Sydney, absolutely kicked his 1,000th goal, and we saw a plethora of people just rush in and celebrate with him, which is good and well. My only concern now, again, give me a view here, but my only concern was the whole COVID thing. Now, it's not to say I'm for it or against it, the way they rule it. I'm just saying, obviously, we got to remember that it was literally a year or 2 ago where things were that strict that players couldn't even go outside to pubs and whatnot. Yeah, and now you had like a massive fluctuation of people just run inside, and I'm not sure what Sydney's doing or how they're going with their COVID case stuff there. But I mean, again, health safety protocols. You know what I mean? Like, did they just throw it out the window for that sake? And if so, then why are we strict? You know what I mean? Food for thought. Now, this is not to take away anything from Buddy Franklin's goal. I think, if anything, I actually feel privileged to have been to see it, right, as fans, because we may never see one again for a long time. Touch wood we do, but he's the sixth one to get 1,000 goals, for as long as AFL has been going for, since the early or the late 1800s. The 6th person? No. You know what I mean? AFL, VFL history. Well, I'll tell you what, man, you got to count them as they come. So we may never see another one for another 50, 60 years. Who knows? But again, awesome showing there by Buddy Franklin to get his 1,000th goal. Obviously, it's been a bit of a tough journey for him regarding injuries, but the fact that he goes his 1,000th, for me personally, it puts him up there in regards to elite Hall of Famers. Yeah. But good on you. And again, just my thoughts there about the whole COVID thing. I understand the CEO. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, give me your thoughts. But good on you, Buddy Franklin. What I want to talk about is Dustin Martin and his mental health. So I'm not sure, but if you guys, as the channel grows, I like to add more and more. I'm sort of like a unlockable sort of a thing, right? So as we climb more, I like to sort of give more, but I want to generally say that in regards to mental health, I'm a huge advocate for it. I'm actually very strong. I'm a strong advocate actually for mental health. So you'll catch me every now and then talking about mental health and making sure you are okay, as someone who, I guess understands it without trying to say too much. It's so important to keep your mental health in check. But to go off with Dustin Martin, obviously, as we know, in my personal opinion, I consider him the greatest of the modern era. In my time anyway, right? So you got to remember contextually, I've been watching AFL full on since 2018. So, I only ever really know of the dominance of Dustin Martin. So, it could be different to you. You may think you may think Buddy Franklin, you may think, Gazza, and I love Gazza too, right? Don't get that wrong. Big fan of Gazza. Some may even think Rioli, so, like whoever it is. But in saying that, look, he has asked for a bit of leave. Now, there's been a lot of rumours actually sort of going around since then, which is crazy because the media love to spin things. You and I, we love to read into it. We love to be sucked in by it. It is what it is. We love the drama. But rumours are circulating that Dustin Martin is either A, going to retire, B, going to go to Sydney, right? So play with either Swans or Giants, but I think the Swans. Or C, actually, just going out for an extended period. Now, we all understand, or maybe we don't, some of you, but his father passed away in December. Now, I'm not here to talk about the way he passed away. That's not the point per se. But obviously, Dustin Martin during that time he basically told the Tigers, I'll be right, I'll push through, I'll come to preseason, so on and so forth. And obviously, as the moments have gone by, as the weeks have gone by, we can see it's taken a toll on him. I think for myself personally, in that moment, in that situation, it is so vital for a player like him, and any player, it's not just Dustin Martin, but a player like him to go and have a break. I think the positive here we can take is that it's for mental health reasons, so he's taking care of his mental health. Unfortunately, we as fans of sport in general have, I'm sure, at one point or another, witnessed or read a lot of articles or stories about some of our favorite old sporting heroes who have passed away due to tragic circumstances, if you can read between the lines. So it is good that he's going out there and he's looking after himself. So in that time and moment, we want to really try and support him, but give him that space. Really give him that space. So I want to try and make that a clear emphasis, and I hope that, and I know the Tigers, the Richmond Tigers are doing such a good job. I'm sure they're going to look after him and take care of him, which is exactly what you need to do in that situation. So, again, with Dusty, let him have his time, let him have his break. I'm sure he'll come back. Regarding where he comes or what happens afterwards, I don't know. I do know his contract was for like a 7-year deal right in 2017, so he's got a few more years to go. What happens there, I'm not too sure, but the most important thing, though, is Dustin Martin at this moment and his mental health, and I think it's really good that he's put his hand up and he said, I can't deal with it. I need a break. We all need one, right? Even you. Yes, you. Looking at me. Even you. So it's always good to have that little bit of a check there. Relax. Breathe. Start again. Fourth point. Now, the fourth point I want to talk about here is Freo's woes. Again, for those of you who are Freo fans, listen in. For those of you who aren't, you can listen in or have a laugh. Who knows? Look, Longmuir basically just said that it was horrific, right? And I agree. For me, I was absolutely looking forward to seeing Freo win. That's it. In my mind, I just had a win. I couldn't see a loss. I could not see it. And whether I was foolish or whether I was, again, being led down that path of hype, I was brought down to the same road, a road of now confusion and now a bit of worry. I know it's just round 2, but Fremantle have a lot of work to do. We absolutely do. Granted, Brayshaw came away, with his highest disposals yet and all that stuff, and it's good to see, but ultimately, I'd rather see a win than individual stats. It's all good and well, and hey, for his resume, it's great, but for Fremantle in the long run, having 0 points is just not enough. To sort of look at that as the highlight, or maybe even O'Driscoll's goal as a highlight, it's all good and well, but I mean, ultimately, as Freo fans, I'm sure we want the win. And the fact that in the second half, O'Driscoll's goal was probably the highlight of everything it's not saying much at all. If anything, there's a lot of red flags that are falling. The red flags are falling all over the place. They're falling on my head, they're falling in your head, they're falling on the coaches and the players. Something needs to be done, something needs to be changed ASAP. Could you look at some players, perhaps? But I mean, ultimately, hey, Freo, we're going down that road we don't want to go down to, so please change it up. I'm telling you, please. please. Last point to talk about. Crows versus Port, the famous South Australian showdown that I love to watch. We come into the crossroad now where Port Adelaide, before this round, a lot of pundits were thinking 1-1 at best, right? The record. And for the Crows, 1-1 at best, perhaps. But surprisingly enough, or maybe not surprising, depending on where you are, both teams are now without a win. And they meet each other in a probably deflating sort of a showdown, especially from Port's end as well. I don't know how their fans are feeling. Are they feeling pessimistic about this one here? If they do, can you blame them? And if they lose, can you blame them? That was Longmire used the word horrific. I'm going to use it here against Hawks at home. That tribute to Ebert, that was horrific. That was scary. Basically, that was a car crash, unfortunately, for Port and their fans. And I've seen the comments on Facebook, man. They're not happy, and you cannot blame them. Facebook and Instagram, man, they're going off. Even Twitter as well. I don't even have social media sites anyway. I do have a Twitter. That's about it. Anyway, we'll grow and we'll get into that when we do. But again, point being, the showdown here. How amped are you for it? For me personally, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a Friday night cracker. I cannot wait. I see this being Port may really get up here and give Crows a hiding, but then Crows may just do enough. Crows as well have experienced 2 losses, one at home too. Do they want another loss at home against Port? No, they don't. I know their fans are going to be up in arms. I really am looking forward to this though, because these are great. I think these are great. What's the word? There's a great level of mystery here. It's going to be a mysterious game because I can't even go on form anymore. Because again, when showdowns happen, you got to chuck everything out the window, right? I might even go for Crows here, but I'm looking forward to it. The likes of Rochelle, Rosie, the likes of Gray, is Walker coming back? I'm not sure, but obviously you got Sloan as well. It's going to be a good, beautiful match to watch. I can't wait. Ali, I'm not sure if he's coming back or not for Port, but you got Fogarty as well, Doty, Keys, and obviously for Port, you got Dixon. You've got Sam Powell-Pepper. I thought was the best player against Hawks anyway. But anyway, point being, it's going to be a good game, a good clash. I'm looking forward to it. Who do you think is going to win? If Port lose, don't be shocked. You shouldn't be shocked. And if Crows win, don't be shocked. I almost think like the way these two teams are going, someone's head diving somewhere. It ain't looking good for either team. Definitely one of these teams are bottom 4. I'm assuming it's the Crows. Surely the Port pick up. Surely we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, give me your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. This has been 5 Points to Argue with Don't Argue here. But in saying that, hope you guys are well. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy. I'm unsure as to I might name it Don't Argue Podcast. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thank you guys for your support. Love it. Appreciate it. Take it easy. See you guys next time. And just remember, don't argue.